In this section we cover anhydride nomenclature. Anhydrides are made by combining two carboxylic acids to form, with the removal of water, to form the anhydride. So for example, if you take butanoic acid and cyclopentane carboxylic acid, you remove water so the molecules join at this point, you will get this molecule, which would be called butanoic for this part, cyclopentane carboxylic anhydride. If the two molecules that are joined are identical, for example, two acetic acid molecules, that would be the trivial name for ethanoic acid. If you form a dehydration reaction between these two, you get ethanoic anhydride. You can also call it, and it is more commonly used, acetic anhydride. Esters are named, first of all, esters are made by combining a carboxylic acid, like one of these, with an alcohol. So if you have ethanoic acid and you were to combine it with isopropanol, and you did an esterification reaction where the H of the alcohol and the OH of the acetic acid were dehydrated, water was removed in the process, you would get an ester. So you name the ester by naming first the part that contains the alcohol. The part that's attached to the oxygen is named first. So you call this isopropyl, put a YL suffix on it, ethanoate, because there's two carbons in the acetic acid that formed it. Esters are made by combining alcohol and organic acid. Here are several examples of esters, and we've named them. Here we have phenyl. Remember, benzene ring with a pendant bond is called phenyl. Ethanoate, two carbons. It would be called ethanoic acid, but you would drop the OIC ending and put ethanoate. So phenyl, ethanoate is the name of this molecule. This one is made from a cyclohexanol and propanoic acid, so you would call it cyclohexyl propanoate. A lot of these chemicals are used in the flavoring of foods or perfumery because they have pleasant odors. This is called pentyl, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, butanoate, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's used as apricot flavor. It's also known as amyl butanoate because pentyl alcohol is also known as amyl alcohol. Continuing with nitrile nomenclature over here. The suffix nitrile is added to the name of the longest carbon chain. If the nitrile group is of lower priority than something else in the molecule, then we use cyano as a prefix. So three examples. This is called hexane nitrile. When we name the nitrile, you also count the carbon where the triple bond begins. So C is over here. So we start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We call this hexane nitrile. If the nitrile is of a lower priority than something else in the molecule, we use the cyano prefix. Here we have 5 cyano. It's a 6-carbon chain, so it's hexanoic acid. And in this example, we have an aldehyde and a nitrile group at the same time. So in this case, we use the oxo prefix, just like ketones. And we would call this molecule 5-chloro. Notice how we started numbering from this side where the nitrile is. So we call this 5-chloro, 3,4-dimethyl, 6-oxo hexane nitrile.